3 unconventional ways that we vet our clients. For context, I'm a 7-figure agency owner. I've worked with over 500 e-commerce brands, and these are the 3 things that have worked for us. Hopefully, some of them will work for you. The first thing is we're looking for true brand builders, somebody that's passionate about building the brand that they're working on. I typically see 2 types of e-commerce sellers. It's gonna be someone who's very transactional. They're looking to make $1 million overnight. They follow the YouTube gurus online. They may or may not be looking at building like a real true brand. They might just be bringing something from China, changing the color of the box and calling it a day. Whereas the brands that get us excited are the ones who have a story behind what they're building. If you talk to them about their brand, they're gonna tell you all of these amazing things and why they're putting this into the market. When I see brands that have already invested in their content, maybe they have a great Shopify site or they have some amazing lifestyle imagery, that to me is a green flag that these brands truly understand the value of content and they want what they're putting out into the world to be shown in its best light. The second thing, and this might be a little bit controversial, is I really value having my sales team take the first call with a potential client. And the reason for that is because the way that a prospective client shows up on the call and treats my team is the way that we can expect them to treat the rest of my team. And so they decide if we're going to move forward with a client or not. If at any point they feel disrespected or they feel like there's too much ego in the room and that it's going to be a difficult client for us to take on, we can decide that we don't want to work with that client. So for us, that part is equally as important. Some of the ways that this has shown up in calls is that we've had people say, you really should have had Daniela, your founder, on this call because I'm an 8-figure brand and who wouldn't want to work with me? That's just not the energy that we want when we go into a project. So sure, I probably would love to work with an 8-figure brand, but the reality is we work with 7 and 8-figure brands all the time and they don't walk into the room with their ego leading the way. The worst thing that can happen is that person will disrespect a teammate throughout the process. And so I've had to learn my lesson over the years that it's okay to turn down a client that is not matching your energy. And that's been a huge game changer in us making sure that we're aligned with the brand before we even start a project. And the third thing is we never enter into a retainer with the prospective brands that we work with until we've done a test project with them. So this one's a little bit tricky because all of our projects are project-based, meaning we have to attract new clients every single month in order to meet our sales goals. And that's something that I'm super grateful and super fortunate to be able to have. The way that we do it is we first do a test project, and that might be working on a handful of products. And then once we realize that there's a really great fit, and if they have a catalog that supports months of work, then we'll enter into a retainer with that client at that time. So hopefully some of these tips help you as you're navigating vetting your clients.